Great, welcome back. 3:30 Marathon Series, Episode 2. If you're new here, my goal for this next marathon is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Last episode I went over the goal, the training plan. This episode I'm going to go through my gear. Probably going to get out of this wind, but I really wanted this beautiful shot here, so yeah, so we'll get after it. Okay. First piece of training gear I want to talk about, the Whoop strap. I used to use the Aura, but it kind of messed with my hand placement a little bit on some things. And plus mine was old and it was starting to die a little bit, so a little bit faster than I wanted. And the Whoop strap, you know, I just put it on, I don't ever think about it. With the ring, I had to think about it all the time, so it's really a convenient thing. Yeah, so that's why I use that a lot I don't use it for anything other than obviously tracking my biometrics, sleep data, make sure I'm recovering well, and actually it's pretty interesting to see if you feel bad one morning, but your Whoop tells you you're in top physical shape, and then if you feel good one morning, but the Whoop tells you you should go back to bed, you're gonna die. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, numbers are great, but I try not to focus on them too much. I just use it to keep track of things and keep it in case I need to know anything. So the next one is my running watch. Is a Garmin Forerunner 165. I basically chose this watch because, well, it's pretty simple. I kind of wanted a dead smartwatch. I don't want a bunch of stuff going on. I just wanted something to track my pace, my heart rate, when I pair it with the heart rate chest strap, steps and heart rate and all that stuff. Yeah, just some simple metrics I wanted. I actually could have got away with the Forerunner 55, but I think this was like $50 more or something. And this had touchscreen, and I think it had one other thing, like VO2 Max, or no, I don't know. There was something else it had. It doesn't matter. But anyway, it had like one or two more things in the Forerunner, and it was like $50 more. So that's why I went with it. I literally went on Garmin's website and they have a nice compare feature. You could add 5 watches to this queue, and you can literally just go through line by line of all the features and see which watches has what, which battery life, which running features, which swimming, which cycling. It's fantastic. So that's what I did. Oh, another thing with the Garmin 165, I've had the Forerunner 45, I had the Venu SQ, something like that before. They're all great watches. I'm simple. I don't need anything crazy. But I really enjoy this watch. Very simple, very easy to change. It seems like it tracks fairly well. Okay, last piece of running tech. The Garmin HRM-Pro Plus heart rate chest strap. I think it's the Pro Plus. The thought process with this is I wanted a more accurate heart rate tracker for my easy miles that I'm trying to keep below my max aerobic heart rate. That way I could track that, and then I could see where I'm at in the heart rate, and then feel how this run is, how this pace is, what my leg turnover is. So that way, because sometimes I'll not use it, and then I'll just try to get back to that feeling. That way I'm pretty in tune with my body. But the reason I went with the Pro Plus, was because this was compatible with my watch, and I think this had the HRV tracking part too, and the Pro didn't. Something like that. Anyway, it's a good chest strap. Yeah. Okay. A couple more things I want to talk about. First, running shoes. A few years ago, I got into the barefoot shoe kind of movement, probably like everybody else did, but it's actually completely helped my feet for sure, and my calves. I have really tight calves. I still have really tight calves, so I'm working on that. But anyway, so my daily running shoes are the Altra Torin 7s. They are a zero drop shoe with a wide toe box, but they have this cushion. For me, and if you're a barefoot running guy, like running on road miles, like in barefoot shoes, that it's not my favorite thing. But those, solid, just the right amount of cushion. Your feet have, or your foot has plenty of room to move around. It's quite amazing. So those are my daily runners. I'm using those for the shorter, easy mile runs. Yeah, just daily stuff, I guess. And then the next shoe is the New Balance. The New Balance, the New Balance FuelCell Rebel 4s. These are going to be my race day shoe, and I use them on speed workouts and some of my really long runs. But these are going to be the race day shoes. The reason I went with these, I wanted, going for PR, I wanted a faster shoe. So they do have whatever that technology is in here, something or another. I don't know. They're not a zero drop shoe, but they are still pretty minimal drop. They're not, I don't think they're specifically wide toe box like I would like, but they're very breathable up here, and they sort of rock you a little bit, but not really, not uncomfortably. So like when I was trying shoes on, I'm used to the barefoot shoes, and they would put me in these Hokas or these other brands, and they would completely rock you, like that's carbon plate or whatever, and that's great, but it's weird and it's unnatural for me. These have a slight bit of that rock, but not much. And actually, I don't even really feel it anymore. So they're doing pretty good for me. They make me feel really fast. Okay. Oh yes. Next, hydration intra run. During the run, just the basic Nathan, I don't know, handheld water bottle. It's pretty great. Pretty sure I saw somebody else who ran a marathon talk about it. Actually, I think it was Nick Bear. He talked about it. I was like, oh, okay, great. Let's try it out. It's worked well. This pouch is, it's the Nathan Speed Draw Plus insulated. Pretty great. This pouch surprisingly holds a lot. So, I don't know, you can put everything in there. Gels, keys, wallet, phone, whatever. Works really well. Tip, make sure you train with this, because this thing gets heavy on the delts, especially if you haven't trained with it in a while. So, another thing, it's not technically a like training gear item, but recovery item. Lacrosse ball, man, that myofascial release or whatever, lifesaver, especially if you're like me, really tight calves, and still working on feet strength. Yeah, this game changer. They're real cheap too. Buy them at Shields or something, whatever, real cheap. Couple honorable mentions. I think I'm gonna put a video about a hat here. Hey, shout out to a good running hat. Keeps the sweat out of your eyes. Sometimes the sun gets pretty hot or beaming in your eyes. It's kind of nice. Not when you have it backwards like this, of course, you know. But shout out to a good running hat. Okay, got that done. Also, I'll be using some form of training gels. Typically, I like the Spring Energy gels or the BP & Go gels. I've looked into the Untapped, I think it's Untapped, Untapped like maple syrup gel, or they're not even a gel, but just maple syrup packets. But I haven't used those yet, so maybe I will eventually. But things are gonna be different here because I'm not in the States, so a lot of that stuff isn't as readily available, so I'm gonna have to find a different product. So when I do, I will let you guys know what it is. But yeah, well, I think that's it for this video. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, follow along, see how this journey goes. Stay tuned for the next episode, episode 3. That one will probably be a recap or overview of the last of weeks 1 through 4. I'm doing a 12-week program, so weeks 1 through 4. But the video after that too, that one will be good. That one's I'm excited for, but more on that later. Anyway, yeah, if you're running a marathon, if you have a goal, if you're doing something else great, if you're learning something new, if you're going to school for something, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to support you, and I'd love everybody else to have the opportunity to support you as well. So please comment below something you're excited about, something you're doing, some goal, something or another, anything. Okay? All right, thanks. Later.